Out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, it's the 23 of Brandon Bosma to his outside. The 5W of Colby Weaver.
On the inside of row number 2, the driver's out of Fort Calhoun in the 77. That's Brett Klabunde. To his outside out of Stewart in the 99, it's Mitchell Dvorak.
Row number 3 to the inside from Shawnee, Kansas in the 14L. That's Landon Malberger. To his outside from Lakefield, Minnesota, the 9A of Hunter Hansen.
On the inside of row number 4. Out of Ider, Texas in the 24T, it's Tyler Harris. To his outside from Arlington, Virginia. Guy that just got engaged last night. It's Brett McGuy. Yeah, ain't you got him on the book?
No.
Yeah, congratulations going out to the future McGuys.
Coming up row number 5 from Stewart, Minnesota in the 33S, that's Jeremy Schultz. To his outside, the 1-0 from San Antonio, Texas, that's Michael Oliver.
To the inside of row 6, the driver out of Monroe, Washington in the 21Z, that's Kira Zylstra. And her outside from Mayock, North Carolina in the 44V, that's Darren Bolak.
Row number 7 to the inside from Big Lake, Minnesota, it's the 24R of Rob Rawson. To his outside from Fairbury, Nebraska, the 11C, that's Cole Cloud.
Making up your 8th and final row on the inside out of Lincoln in the 4U, that's Dwight Carter. To his outside from Pilot Point, Texas in the 86, that's Jordan Roop. Distance for your D-mains, 12 laps. Top 4 cars moving on to tonight's C feature festivities.
And those of you joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube, all of the socials, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Good morning, Mom.
Final day of the RaceSaver Nationals. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. My dad, Uncle Bill, Cousin Tommy, Uncle Tony. My boss, who always acts like she'll show up and never does.
Ooh. That's right, it's like the Nebraska Sports Hub. We are going to be doing a couple of the races on Facebook Live to give you a little bit of a preview. But if you want to watch all of tonight's races, including crowning our 13th annual RaceSaver Nationals Champion, you're going to have to purchase the broadcast at eagleraceway.tv, IMCA.tv. And a big thanks to all of our good friends. I think we're all still good friends at Advantage Racing TV for all their hard work.
Whether you're watching from home or watching on IMCA TV, Facebook Live, or any of our other social media outlets, it's that time of year you might be thinking to yourself, I need a new fence. Well, if you need an end fence, contact Empire Netting and Fencing. Empire Netting and Fence is Eagle Raceway's official fencing partner. You can get a free online quote at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Doing a little bit of buzz laps to work this racetrack in. They just finished prepping it for the day, and there's no hot laps and no support classes, so they just need to kind of work the track in a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a rough surface for these Ds, but I think right around C number 2, track's going to start to really come in.
Smooth as butter. Hey, remember, race fans, if you're here in the house, 50-50 raffle tickets this weekend benefiting Four Corners Fire and Safety. If we can get to the top of the legal limit, which would be $15,000, you could take home $7,500. Keep your eyes peeled for those ticket sellers. Going to a great cause tonight's 50-50 raffle.
All right, buzz laps are over. Field is formed up. Ryan, how many races are we going to do on Facebook Live, on the socials? Probably going to do the D mains on a free preview on the socials. May go one more. We will wait and see. James, what is going on in turn 1?
They're packing high into each corner.
I'm seeing some debris up there. Maybe must just be tear-offs. Just the way they're reflecting kind of looks like it was metal and not plastic sheets.
Yeah, you're looking at those 2 spots up towards the wall. One probably about 10 foot off the cush.
Yeah.
One a little bit closer.
Well,
yeah,
there's 3 of them, plus a couple of them down low. But yeah, I think we're looking at the same thing. A lot of people have been asking when we're going to make the big announcement about that the Chatterbox Promotions guys have been promoting on their page. We don't have a good answer for you. It all depends on when we get a break in the action. But those of you here at the racetrack, you're not going to have a problem hearing it. James, let's get this baby fired up.
First one of the day, race fans. Brandon Bosma and Colby Weaver take the field down the front straightaway. Great start from the 23 of Bosma. Good battle going on for the second spot. Mitchell Dvorak looking to the inside of Colby Weaver. Weaver now relegated back to the third spot. Brandon Bosma's going to lead lap number 1. Battle's now going through as...
Oh, two cars getting together back in the pack. I believe that was Colby Weaver and Tyler Harris. They just bumped tires, no issues. We stay green, as Brandon Bosma has been fast all weekend, just has not had the luck to be able to punch his ticket to the A main. Right now he is leading with now 12 laps left to go, and we are taking the top 4 out of this one, and they're moving on to the C1.
Currently your top 4 runners, as Dan mentioned, Brandon Bosma, who's closing in on lap traffic, leading this one. The 99D, Mitchell Dvorak rides in the second spot. Brett Klabundy in that blue and white 77 is third. And rounding out your top 4, currently the 5W of Colby Weaver. First car outside looking in, Tyler Harris, another runner who's had a strong weekend here at the RaceSaver Nationals. Unfortunately, Lady Luck not quite right on his side, but currently he is reeling in your 4th place center. That's the 5W of Colby Weaver.
Laps winding down. We're within 10 to go. Now it's 9 laps left to go. Bosma down the back stretch, setting his sights on the 44V of Darren Bolak. Good move to the low side. Bosma's going to get by Bolak to take that spot. Now he sets his sights on the next lap car. Dvorak about a back stretch behind. Back 2.1 seconds according to my Race Pass live scoring and timing.
2 cars between himself and second place running Dvorak. The 5W of Colby Weaver's put a little bit more ground between himself and the first car outside looking in. The 24T, Tyler Harris, the Texas runner. Brett Klabundy closing in on your second place contender. 99D of Mitchell Dvorak. Then back about a half a car length, he's got the 77 of Brett Klabundy.
Oh, Dvorak in the infield. So is the 11C of Cole Cloud. Dvorak was in a transfer spot, not anymore. Mitchell Dvorak pulled off the racetrack. He is on the infield, turns 3 and 4. 2 laps left to go for Brandon Bosma.
Bosma is G-O-N-E gone. And now the battle for the second spot. Brett Klabundy hangs on to it. And he just put 2 lap cars between himself. No, Tyler Harris now up into the mix. Harris right behind Brett Klabundy. White flag's out, 1 lap to go.
Checkered flag is out. Brandon Bosma gets the win. Brett Klabundy moving on along with Tyler Harris and Colby Weaver, your 4th and final transfer. Unfortunately, that means Hunter Hansen, Jeremy Schultz, Rob Rawson, Landon Malberger, Brett McGee, Jordan Rupp, and more are done for the weekend. We thank every one of them and their crews for making the haul to Eagle Raceway, throwing their hat in the ring for the 13th annual RaceSaver Nationals. One more time, coming to you out of Rock Rapids, Iowa. He's in a Maxim chassis, powered by a Myers Racing engine, sponsored by Tender Bison, Papic Motors, and Waffles Hybrids. It is the 23 of Brandon Bosma.
1 down, 1 to go in D feature competition. Your starting lineup for D main number 2 to the inside of row 1 out of Omaha in the 4WW. That's Whitewall, Nate Weiler. And to his outside, the driver out of Lincoln in the 14T, it's Tyler Hendrickson.
Row number 2 to the inside, out of Lincoln, it's the 2A of Alex Salzman. To his outside from Vitter, Texas, the 26 of Jacob Harris.
On the inside of row number 3, the driver's out of Holden Beach, North Carolina. In the 01, that's Jaden Bowling. To the outside of Mansfield, Texas in the 71, that's Colby Estes.
Row number 4 to the inside out of Lincoln, the 25A. That's Alex Davenport to his outside. Out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, it's the 6B of Bailey Ballinger.
On the inside of row 5, the drivers out of Bellevue in the 3T, that's Dan Satriano. To his outside out of Oak Point, Texas. In the 3, it's Charlie Harmon the third.
Row number 6 to the inside, coming just down the road in Lincoln, it's the Flying Zero, Chase Weiler to his outside. From Mansfield, Texas, the 72 of Daniel Estes.
Row 7 looks like this to the inside from St. Peter, Minnesota in the 05, that is Brandon Allen. To his outside from Madison, South Dakota in the 23V, it's Michaela Volts.
Row number 8 to the inside out of Denton, it's the 8B of Caden Thurman. To his outside out of Bates City, Missouri, it's the 63 of Jack Thomas. Just had a little bird tell me $13.53 is the starting pot for today's 50-50.
Holy cow.
So you're taking home about $675, give or take a couple of dollars. I mean, forgive me, I graduated from the Iowa educational system.
You got you a fine education, son.
I did. Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. But that means that you guys have got at least that much money in your pocket, but you got to buy that 50-50 ticket. I would appreciate you buying as many as possible for when I win it, it can add more money to Scarlett's College Fund.
I always recommend buying 3 because then you're doing it for Dale.
A little bit of smoke trailing the 26.
So we'll keep our eyes peeled on Jacob Harris.
Race officials asking the drivers to pack the top, and they're going to pack for a couple of laps.
Nate Weiler and Tyler Hendrickson in row 1, Alex Salzman and Jacob Harris, row 2, Jaden Bowling and Colby Estes, row 3, Alex Davenport and Bailey Ballinger, row 4, row 5's Dan Satriano and Charlie Harmon the third, row 6 to Chase Weiler and Daniel Estes Sr., row 7 to Brandon Allen and Michaela Volts, Caden Thurman and Jack Thomas going to round out the field.
They were all being paced by Gary Dominguez in the Nebraska Realty pace car, who James has now pulled off the racetrack. Whitewall Nate Weiler is going to bring him to the green.
12 laps the distance, top 4 moving on out of D-Main number 2. We are underway down the front stretch, into turn 1 we go. Whitewall's going to
Yellow.
Yellow.
The 63 of Jack Thomas being warned to stay in line until we drop the green. Starting in the rear, and Jack was a little excited to get going.
You ever watch The Big Lebowski?
Donnie, you're out of your element.
I just always think whenever I hear of somebody stepping out of line on a start, I always think, over the line!
We don't roll on Shama Service, whatever I can't remember the holiday. Great movie. Anyways, take two.
D2, here we go. Weiler with a great start. Hendrickson solidifying the second spot. Here comes Harris. Now the battle for the fourth and fifth spot. The 0-1. James Bolin looking at the outside of Alex Salzman. First lap number one is going to go to Nate Weiler in the Ford WW.
Keep an eye on that Jack Thomas. He's got to get up into the top four, and he is a man on a mission. Joined the festivities late yesterday evening, joining the Saturday portion of the RaceSaver Nationals, where we had to start from the back. He is up to seventh right now, eighth right now, working on Bailey Ballinger. Meanwhile, Nate Weiler in that Ford WW is pacing the field, holding off, I believe. Two cars pulling off the racetrack. Estes pulled off, and also...
Oh, that was close! Holy smokes, Jaden Bowling about got fed a right rear by the 63 of Thomas. Thomas driving like a man on a mission. Tight quarters racing here midway through the field. Nate Weiler out Sunday cruising on a Saturday morning. Tyler Hendrickson trying to reel him in down the front straightaway. Top four cars going to remain unchanged this time past the stripe. Jack Thomas is reeling in your fifth place runner, Estes.
8 laps left to go for Nate Weiler. Tyler Hendrickson, Jacob Harris, and Alex Salzman. Salzman busted out a new race for the RaceSaver Nationals. He's in the spirit for the 13th annual.
Hey, you know what else I see on there?
A sponsor?
I see a sponsor!
How about that? We'll have to get that tracked down, because he may be headed on to the C2. He can hold on to the fourth spot, but the 71 of Colby Estes is trying to reel him in, and so is the 63 of Jack Thomas.
This time past the stripe, Weiler takes him down. 5 laps remaining in this one. Top four cars moving on. This time past the stripe, going to be 4 laps to go for the Ford WW, white wall Nate Weiler.
Tyler Harris maybe reeling him in. Now, while Weiler is pulling away, 3 laps left to go. Time is running out for the 63 of Jack Thomas. He has got to pick up 2 spots in 3 laps.
Working hard through 3 and 4. Bit of a bobble from Estes. That's going to allow him to close in, but I don't know that he's got the time to make this one happen. As rolling through turns 3 and 4, your leader picking up the white flag. Third of a mile to go for Nate Weiler, Tyler Hendrickson, Jacob Harris, and Alex Salzman.
Checkered flag is in the air. Hendrickson was there, but too little, too late. White wall Nate Weiler has punched his ticket to the C2 in just a little bit. Tyler Hendrickson comes home in second. Jacob Harris in third, and Alex Salzman rocking the RP Prince sponsorship on the side of that car has locked himself into the C2 feature. But one more time, ladies and gentlemen, out of Omaha, Nebraska, he's in a XXX chassis and a Weiler Racing engine, sponsored by KNW Collective, Suzy Q Design, and Assassin Speedworks. Give it up for the Ford WW of White Wall, Nate Weiler. All right, here we go. Kevin, you got some winning program numbers for us?
Winning program numbers are 6081, 6095, 6085, 6101.
Thank you very much.